What's up, Pit? So welcome back to another Cherry Pit episode. Happy New Year, everyone. It is 2025 now, and welcome back from the CNSU team. I am Melody.
I'm Sophia.
I'm Elsa.
And today I thought it'd be fun just to talk about like New Year's things. So I guess I'll get us started with like, this isn't like a hypothetical, but what do you guys think of resolutions, New Year's resolutions, and have you made any?
I don't know. I don't particularly like agree with. I think resolutions are just kind of an excuse to put things off.
Yeah.
A little bit. It's like, oh, it's October, and then you're like, I'll start in January with my New Year's resolution, and then like, especially because like I go to like to the gym quite often, and like whenever it's like on January like 1st, it's like
it's packed,
so full. Which is,
That's
I'm
funny.
not discounting anyone starting the gym like then, but it's just like you don't have to wait until a certain day to start doing things you want to do with your life. Like I feel like it's just redundant. Like I said that for so long. Like I made resolutions and then like I either would get disappointed or I would like give up and then feel like bad about it. So I don't know.
I think a lot of people like to make resolutions like for their life, like going to a gym, going like find a new job,
like eating right,
like clean my room more, like all of those. But it's probably is pretty much excuse, be like, oh, in January I'm gonna do it instead of right now. But I feel like a lot of people, well, from what I see, is like they make vision boards a lot for New Year's, where they're like, oh, this is what my 2025 year is gonna look like. I'm gonna make a vision board on it, or bingo card. I don't know. People are making bingo cards. Be like, oh, this is what
I feel like that's kind of fun. The bingo.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. I've always kind of been like, if you want to make a change in your life, you should make it whenever. Like you should be able to do that at any time, at any point. But I do, when it comes to like, especially health things like working out and like eating right and stuff, I think one of the biggest reasons why people always, like every year, they'll say, I'm going to start eating right, I'm going to start exercising like for the new year, is because December is one of those months where you're not doing that.
Yeah.
You know, like it's the hardest to keep up with your like health, I guess.
Yeah.
And like everyone's working a lot, everyone's stressed, there's the holidays, you're eating a lot, like it's just harder to do that. And then January is like dead. So it's the easiest time to like get back into that. And then you'll fall back off of it, you know, like, so I don't think it's like a New Year's thing. I think you should, if that's really your goal in life, to like eat a certain way and like exercise, that should be just be consistent. And then you should be aware that like sometimes that's not going to happen. Yeah. And that's okay.
I also, I guess I do like the idea of setting in like intentions for your year. Not really like a resolution, because like that would just, it's kind of forcing yourself into some, I don't know, like an intention would be like, I would like to do this more this year, or I'd like to like make some new friends or something like that. But it's not like a forced, like, I don't know, resolutions. Just like all I think about when I think of resolutions is people like going to the gym and everything.
I think that's like the common thing to think of, but like, which I don't think is correct to make a resolution out of. But other stuff, I do agree. Like, I feel like a vision board is like it's kind of nice to like manifest, you know, like what your life is going to be like. And what better time than like a whole new year? It's like a fresh start.
As long as you don't put like too much like weight on it to the point where you get like annoyed or sad after if it doesn't happen, you know?
Yeah. And I feel like it's hard to like to manifest or like want to do a very specific thing for an entire year, if that makes sense, because that's too long of a period of time, I feel like. So that's on resolution. Do you guys have any like plans for this year? I feel like 2025 is going to be like a big year. I don't know, that's always been my sense.
It's going to be a big year for like most of us though at the CNSU, because I think a lot of us are finishing school. Like you've already finished.
I finished my classes. Yeah, but I'll be having my ceremony this year as well. So, so that's exciting.
It's big. I think that a lot of people are just like doing stuff right now to like I don't know. I'm finishing in August, so I'm so terrified.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to New York at the end of April. That's my brother lives there. So that's going to be super fun. I can't wait to see what the hype is. I've never been. I went when I was 5. So I have no idea. I remember Times Square and that's it.
Wow.
So I'm excited to see what everybody loves so much about it. Like my brother's obsessed with living there. So
I liked it a lot too, and I didn't think I would.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be like really chaotic and like busy.
Yeah.
But it actually was like smoother than I thought. Like I don't know. The only place that's like really like hectic is Times Square.
Yeah.
But like besides that little square, it's like it's not that crazy. And I didn't find any like rats in the subway system, and everyone was always talking about those. I don't know. It's kind of a vibe.
Yeah.
Like it's just nice.
That's what I think that's the biggest thing I'm excited for this year, kind of just doing new things and stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like I've just been in like this holding pattern for the past like 4 years of just like school,
Yeah, me too.
especially because I've been doing summer semesters every single
Yeah.
so school the entire year, and then I'm just like, and then you finally get a break, school again. Like it's just I'm excited to break out of the pattern, even though I entered crisis mode like 3 weeks ago. I was having a breakdown, like genuine like breakdown. The new year hit and I was like, guys, I don't know what I'm gonna do with my life.
Yeah. Okay.
I was like, I'm lost.
So that's what that started with me around a year before I finished classes as well, like last year. And then now it's like, it was even worse for a little bit, like in December.
Yeah.
But now that I'm like kind of in it, for like the first 2 weeks of January, it was very daunting because I went from like, I've always just had so much on my plate. Like I'm doing so many things at once all the time. And I went right into university right after high school. You know, that's like always been the thing. And then I went from all of that to like nothing, and like work is really dead right now too, so I'm not even like working all the time. And it's just been boring. But then I realized that like this is my time to like actually be a person and like actually find like the things that I'm interested in, like finally do all of those hobbies that I said I would do and I've never done. And just like try and meet new people and like connect with more people who I've been saying I'm gonna hit up and then never hit up. So it's just that time, I think, for me. And like that's the time that for anyone who is like recently gonna graduate, you know.
That's kind of what I've now decided to just put it in my back pocket and just ignore it, to be honest. Like whatever will happen.
Yes.
Don't care. Gonna do it.
It is hard because it's like you have to make all the decisions. Like nothing is going to happen. Like I always just expected things to just like happen. For like my first few years of university, I was like, it's okay if I haven't decided because the world will decide for me. Like I will just fall into like whatever job is right for me. But like that's just not true. Like you have to apply and you have to like do all these things. And that's also something I've been putting off a little bit. But I think it's good.
I think I saw a TikTok recently that was like similar to that. It was like my entire future rests on my shoulders. Like, what are you talking about?
Literally it's a little daunting, and I'm really bad at making decisions. Like I'm truly so indecisive, but like I have to start making decisions, and that's really annoying, but it's good for your growth.
This is like, I don't know. It just feels like a big time for me. Like I'm finishing my work. I've been with my work study for like a year and a half. I'm finishing it in April. I've like been in school for 17 years in a row. Finishing it. I don't know where I'm going to live. I don't know where I'm going to be. Like, what are you talking about? I don't know. It's crazy. Rough. It is nice though, because I've been talking to a lot of people because most of my friends are also graduating soon. And it's nice to talk to people who like can relate. Like it feels so lonely when you like think about it on your own. And you're just like, oh my God, I'm in my room and I'm alone and I don't know what to do. And
for sure,
my life is falling apart. But it's not. I think everyone else is in the same boat.
Yeah, for sure. When are you graduating, Elsa? I forget.
Well, I'm not graduating until 2026.
Okay.
I would be graduating same time as Sophia, but I last minute decided to do co-op.
Oh, okay.
That's smart.
Yeah, because like originally I was like, oh, maybe I should just like, like with the crisis where I'm like, just like, should I graduate faster or should I like get experience? But then a lot of my friends did co-op and also did like internships before, and then they're like, oh, it's a pretty like good experience. I was like, okay, I'll apply last minute.
Yeah.
And then somehow I just got one like recently, so doing that, that will be my 2025.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then just continue school, maybe travel.
Yeah.
Well, right after co-op, go travel. So then I could go back to school.
No, that's good. I always like tell people they should do co-op. I wish I did another co-op. I did one for like one semester, but I wish I did one this year or like last year, closer to when I'm like actually graduating.
Yeah.
And like I just feel like you're not gonna get a lot of communication experience unless you are doing that, while you're in school.
Yeah.
It's crazy how much like the job market right now relies on like you having like you have to have work experience during your university time.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like crazy to me. I was literally freaking out because I'm like right now a communications assistant with my work study, but I was like, I only work part-time, so I don't know what to do. So then I went to talk to like the employment people at SFU, and they were like, that's like a co-op. And I was like, okay, thank God. It's like, thank God I didn't do all that work for nothing.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's ridiculous how many people can't get jobs without work experience in university.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, the job market, like everywhere, like in any department, has been bad, I've heard. And that's another reason why I'm like delaying even trying like to put myself out there.
Yeah.
But like I don't know, I have good hopes for 2025. I feel like things in the world are gonna be better. I feel like maybe things are gonna get worse and then better, but like the better is coming. I can like feel it in the near future.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's also nice because like for our field, like mostly people are looking for younger people, like especially when you're looking at social media marketing and stuff that. It's like you don't want somebody who's like older to be like the creator of these TikToks because they don't know the trends, they don't know anything on the internet. So it's like it's a good field to be in a very bad job market.
Totally.
So if you
it's a good field to be in, like, period. Just because like communication is so broad, and so there's like you're bound to be able to do something, I feel like.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
But oh, we should talk about the TikTok ban.
Oh, in the US?
Because that was crazy. That was
and how everyone was like spilling all of their tea.
Spilling all of their tea. I was like, there is no way. But that was actually a crazy, like, it was a crazy moment for like social media in general. Like,
but it was only down for like a few hours, right?
Yeah.
For the US.
I went on it for the time that it wasn't, for the time that the Americans weren't there. It was a very peaceful time, honestly. Not gonna lie.
That's so funny.
I liked it. People were calling it Commonwealth TikTok. I was like, yes.
Yeah. I saw those TikToks.
Yeah, it was great. But I think that it's very interesting to see like how heavily people rely on like one app.
Yeah.
Like I was thinking about it and I was like, if I don't have TikTok, like I just wouldn't really know what's going on in the world, to be honest. Like I get most of my information from there, and like even if I don't, it's like a good way to like you feel connected to people in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I guess that's if you're like on there a lot.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like I use Instagram as well, but like yesterday I was on campus here doing clubs day with like a bunch of the other people from CMSU, and they were literally like informing me of the entire like Trump situation and like all of that. It's because I like just that's not on my feed. I keep my brain clear, I keep my peace, like I just politics are not it, like that's not on any of my feeds anywhere. So, like, I guess it depends on your...
It definitely does, your algorithm. But it's just, like, crazy. Have you seen the things where they're, like, now that, like, TikTok has effectively thanked Donald Trump for, like, saving them, even though he was the one who first banned the app.
That's
makes
hilarious.
sense. But now there's, like, extreme censorship going on.
Really?
Wow.
It's crazy. I saw this one TikTok.
Yeah.
And it was, like... it was like an informative TikTok about how Donald Trump can which countries he can't visit now that he's a convicted felon.
Yeah.
And it was just like showing all of them over the world. And so I go to send it to my friend.
Yeah.
And like there's like a little box, a text box at the top, which never shows up, but it was a text box like, oh, like, due to like user safety, you can only send this to one person at a time.
Wow.
Which is like, that's crazy.
That's so interesting.
What the heck?
And like that's been going on TikTok and like on Instagram. There you can like, you can't search, if you search the word Democrat for like, I think a week ago, I think they fixed this now, but like you could, when you search up the word Democrat, nothing would show up. Joe Biden, nothing would show up. Kamala Harris, nothing would show up. But when you searched up Donald Trump, stuff would show up.
That's crazy.
Republican stuff would show up. Like, it is crazy. And also the fact that his first row at the inauguration was just tech billionaires.
Yeah.
Are we? Where are we?
What a
what
world!
Are we doing? Like,
and that's crazy that that's the case even for us in Canada. Like you would think that our apps would work a little different, but I guess they're under the same rules.
the same thing. But it's just it's crazy to me how much social media like runs the world basically.
It does.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I was saying yesterday, I was like, I think we need a COVID for social media. Like 100%. I think there needs to be a lockdown. I think all of the social media apps need to like be shut down for more than a few hours. Like it needs to be at least a few months. Yeah. You know? Because it's like, it's actually ridiculous how much people are reliant on it. And like their source of life for a lot of people is social media. And as you said, it's like the way that people update themselves on the world, which is cool, but like, I mean, there's other sources you can use. Yeah. Probably more reliable sources.
100%. No. That's what I mean. Like, after I realized that, I was like, maybe I should.
I have a problem. I feel like I've been feeling that way too. Like, the ban has made everyone, I think, reflect a little bit. I hope, at least.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's just like, I don't know. It also just like, I had so many people, like some of my friends who were like freaking out, and I was like, we're literally Canadian.
We're literally fine.
Chill out. Yeah. Like, is this the worst thing in the world? Like, I was like, I don't really mind. I don't really love Americans. Like, they're kind of annoying on the internet specifically. So it's like, why would we? I don't feel really bad about it, to be honest.
Yeah. I also don't get the whole thing of like how so many people just spilt all of their life secrets.
All these influencers just spilling.
Influencers literally. Lying through their teeth. Oh my god. Like the mukbang influencer that was like, I don't actually eat all the food. And now she came back on social media. She's like, guys, it was obviously a joke. No,
I lied.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't.
Then there was like a gym influencer saying that she didn't actually do her workouts.
Yeah. I heard about that.
What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
Yeah, I just like, I don't get what the incentive was for that, because like even if TikTok is down, all of the other ones were still running. Like your YouTube, all the other apps are gonna like work. Instagram's still running. People can still, like troll you for all the stuff that you just spilled.
Yeah, it just really goes to show like how much influencers truly like lie.
Yeah,
like to get famous.
Well,
like, it's so weird. Like I was so aware of it, but after this, I'm like, wow. Yeah, I didn't think that was
like all of them.
All of them, like so many of them.
Yeah,
it just doesn't seem. I don't know. I don't really follow that many influencers, to be honest, because of that.
Yeah,
because I'm like so aware that all they want to do is make money off of me. So it's like,
yeah.
Why would I really want to do that?
Literally, yeah. Yeah, I don't get the whole like idea of people being so attracted to normal people, if that makes sense. Like to an everyday person, because like what's special about them? Like I don't know. And they're literally just one of you, but like trying to make money off of you. Yeah, and like just straight up being able to lie right to your face. Like they have no credibility, like zero credibility. They're not being checked by anyone. Like it's just them in their room making a video. Like they could say whatever,
Yeah, literally.
But like so many people find that entertaining, and like they do. That's an attractive thing, that it's a normal person. But like I don't get it. I just don't get it.
It's also that, and it's like I don't like the general population is like so easily like just like will follow whatever is going on social. I think that's an issue. I think that there's a lack of self-identity at this point in like most people. Like I remember a couple months ago when Alex Earl was like, she wore skinny jeans at one time, and then everyone was like, so are we wearing skinny jeans? Do you have your own brain? Like wear skinny jeans if you want to, but like what do you mean? You don't need to like, there's literally a lack of self-expression because people are just like following whatever happens on social media.
Yeah.
Clean girl. I'm going to be a clean girl. Like, it's like, be yourself. Like, it's not, I don't know.
So many fashion trends.
Yeah.
It's like, where's your like, what, self-identity and like your fashion sense going? Like, you're just copying every single one's like aesthetic.
Yeah.
So it's very annoying.
Yeah. I saw this thing that was like, people who follow trends and people who don't, and then the people who don't were also trends, but like just more niche trends, I guess.
Yeah.
But like it was the same thing. I was like, I don't see a difference here because these are all popularity trends. Like one of them was just like super basic, you know, and then the other one was like more Urban niche. Outfitters type.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Which is like also a trend, but like slightly more expressive. I don't know.
The thing is, I'm like completely fine with like if people like a trendy piece of clothing, totally like wear what you want.
Yeah, me too.
But like it's like when you're immediately like, are we wearing skinny jeans? Like I have to buy skinny jeans because this one influencer on TikTok's wearing skinny jeans.
The idea of we.
Exactly. We. It's like who is we?
Who is we?
Who is we?
And why? Yeah, because like I will like certain fashion trends as well, but like not all of them, and I'm not gonna base my life around them, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And not just fashion, but like any trends, I guess.
Yeah.
You know,
I think it's just like the issue of just, I don't know, social media in general is just like really it's concerning like that. I don't know. Like, I couldn't imagine. I feel really bad for teenagers right now.
Yeah.
Like even though like I grew up on social media as a teenager, it was still like
it wasn't there
breaching the popularity like 2015 until like 2020, you know. It was like getting there but not really. Now, oh my god, it's like I couldn't imagine being a teenager on, because they all look like they're 35. They're like 10-step skincare and the makeup, and it's like I feel like I sound like a boomer, but like it's so bad. It's so bad.
Yeah. And like I find it concerning more so because it's like I remember myself as a teenager and like everyone else as teenagers, and it's like there's going to be trends that like teens follow. Like I don't know where they come from or how, but like everyone in the school was wearing like All Stars at some point, you know, like that was a trend, right? But like now it's influenced by not just other teens but
by
like
adults.
By adults, and it's like harder to keep up with, and more expensive things are trends, and like more trends are happening all the time really quickly that they all see on social media, and there's just like a different incentive. It's no longer to like impress other people at the school, it's now to actually fit in society, like you know. And it's just kind of scary and sad.
And it's like I don't know, it's weird to see like 14-year-olds dressing like full grown adults. It's like, what happened to your awkward phase? Bring back awkward phases for real though. Because I had the worst awkward phase, and now no one's having an awkward phase. So
I know,
everyone should experience it.
I know.
Yeah, that like middle school age is like supposed to be an awkward phase.
That's where you find yourself.
And honestly, it's like it's weird that they're not going through that physically, because I mean like with how they look, because like they're still definitely going through it in their mind. Like all of your brain and your like body is changing at that age,
which must be so incredibly confusing. To feel like you're somewhat put together, but to have your brain like completely scrambled. That must be genuinely so confusing, because at least when you're like, when you have an awkward phase, your brain and your body look the same. Like in the mirror, like you feel in your essence, you feel confused and insecure, and just like, I don't know, at least that's how I felt. I felt like I didn't like so many different parts of my body, and like every day I was concerned about a new thing, and like I was just insecure, and I was comparing myself with everyone. But I think everyone was doing that, because you're like your body's changing in such a weird way. And
And your brain too, your brain chemistry.
It kind of honestly like to kind of relate it to like how most people are feeling now as like the end of university. It's literally like a second awkward phase.
It is kind of, but
except
it's
you're
not.
just more mature.
It's worse. It's way worse. It's just different because it's like at that age it was like your brain is just hormonal and like you're just dramatic. You know what I mean? Yeah. You think the world is against you. Like, and I feel that way now too, but in a way different way. Now it's like you have the maturity to realize what's going on because when you're a teenager you don't. Like you have no idea that your brain is physically changing. Like you won't think of that. Yeah. You're just feeling the emotions. But now it's like I know what's going on. I'm self-aware of like everything. But I'm still lost. Yeah. You know, like,
and you're not in the comfort. I can't fix you're not in the comfort of like elementary school and like high school where you're just in a bubble. There is no bubble. You're alone. Yeah. Floating around.
The concerns are much bigger. You know, like I'm no longer just insecure about how I look. I'm like, what am I doing with my life? Like, you know,
100%.
Wow.
That was deep.
Yeah. We go through 2 awkward phases.
Oh my gosh.
We do. I don't know. What else about the year is like a big thing?
2025.
Do you guys have any predictions? Any 2025 predictions?
Ooh.
It could be about anything. About like the world, politics, your own life.
Dude, I'm scared for politics this year.
I think everyone is.
We have our election coming up soon. Yeah. So that's going to be super fun. But yeah, I don't know. I'm a little worried for how the direction of the world. I'm excited to see what happens, but also I don't know. I think that, what do I think the biggest thing will be in 2025? I feel like there's no way to like guess.
Yeah.
It's hard to guess.
It is really hard to guess. But like, you know how people make their bingo cards? It's like, what would you put on your bingo card? I don't know.
Is there any big sporting events going on? Like, is there FIFA or the Olympics? No, not the Olympics. FIFA?
No. Maybe, because we didn't have one last year, right?
Is it 2026? I think it's 2026.
Yeah, it's usually an even number.
Yeah, because it was in 2022. The last one, I think. I think I'm correct.
Yeah, 2026 for the World Cup.
That's going to be cool that year, but because there's going to be FIFA here.
Yes.
Yeah. At the BC place.
Next year.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that I don't even think I could make predictions for myself, so I don't even know how I'm supposed to make predictions for the world.
Yeah.
Like, it just doesn't.
It's like so much is going to happen, but you don't know what will happen.
People make their bingo cards either. Like, I think it's really interesting that they do that. Yeah. But
what's something you're looking most forward to this year?
More clarity.
Yeah.
And I feel like I can feel it coming. I'm just not there yet.
Yeah.
You know, but like I'm really excited for this year because it's just such a different year than anything I've experienced before. And I know that like there's gonna be a lot happening. I'm hopefully gonna be traveling more, and then like by the end of the year, ideally I'm like set in like a nice job and like have figured out a little bit more. I also really want to move out at some point, and like, but maybe I want to wait until I purchase property. So that might also happen this year. Who knows? A lot can happen this year, and the doors are really open. Whereas like in previous years, I've known where I'm going to be in December, which is like in school.
I have no idea where I'm going to be in December.
I have no idea, you know, which is like exciting.
Yeah.
It was really like not exciting and anxiety inducing for a while. And then now I think my brain is more at peace.
Yeah. I think I just need to adopt a little more go with the flow. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I stress out about a lot of things very easily.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's something that I need to do. Like, I just hit the mic with my mouth. I'm hoping that I can, like, I don't even know. I'm going to be looking for jobs on the East Coast.
Yeah.
As well as here. Mm-hmm. But I think I'd like to move to the East Coast.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a little tired of Vancouver. I've lived here my whole life. I'm ready to branch out, I think.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it's so scary. I have no friends.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking that way as well. And then now I'm a little bit more like, maybe I will stay in Vancouver for the first few years at least of my life and just see what happens. And like I never had thought that before. I was very like adamant on getting out of the city.
Yeah.
But it is a real concern that like you'll have nothing. Like you'll have to be starting from zero. Like no family, no nothing. Like unless you're moving somewhere where you do have friends and family. But like that wouldn't be the case for me. Like I'd be starting from square one, which is terrifying and exciting. But like I just don't know. I really thought that by the time I was graduating, like that was the move. And now I'm like, maybe I'm not ready for that just yet.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And it's totally fine to like get your start in the city that you like grew up in. And I think that you'll probably find more opportunities is what I'm noticing now.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know. It's just it's confusing, and also like I also have no like my parents downsized. I have nowhere to go, so it's all me. It's all my shoulders, and I'm freaking out about it. Yeah. So might have to couch surf for like a month or two, or like take some space at a family friend's house. But who knows? I don't know what's going to go on. Yeah. But I think it's exciting. I think I have like some concerts, some traveling.
Yay. Yeah.
So yeah, I think that'll be fun.
Yeah. It'll be a fun year.
Yeah. Manifestation.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, I think like for my family, it's going to be like a big year overall because my sister's also graduating
high school.
like high school.
Is she, has she picked her university?
She's applied to a bunch of places. She also she wants to leave for university and like not be around. And she got accepted to this like really good school in LA, but it's just really expensive, like ridiculously expensive, like $70,000 US a year.
It's real expensive over there. Yeah.
And that's like with a scholarship. Like it's really insanely ridiculously expensive. And so my parents were kind of like, we're really sorry, but that can't happen. Like
I think I really wish that I did go and leave for university because maybe I would have had that feeling removed where it's like I need to leave from Vancouver. You know, I would have that feeling gone.
Me too.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I still have that feeling. So.
Yeah. I wish I did as well, or at least like did it. What is it called? An abroad study abroad thing.
Same.
I think that would have been really beneficial for me, and I kind of like now I'm starting to like regret slightly the fact that I stayed here and like did school faster and like tried to finish it faster. I kind of wish I like did another co-op or like did a study abroad and like took my time a little bit more. But I've been told that like the reason why I didn't is because so many people were like, you can still travel when you're done school and you're going to be even happier doing that because you have nothing like to do, if that makes sense. Like you can just like be in the moment and like actually travel and meet new people.
But that's the thing with traveling. It's like, am I supposed to go alone?
Yeah. So I went
to go alone
in December. I did my first solo travel. I went to Toronto, which is like not far, in the same country. I was like, this is like probably the safest, easiest like solo travel to start off with.
Yeah.
And I had a friend who like goes to school there, so she was like able to meet up with me a couple days and stuff. And it was really nice. Like I literally cried on the drive to the airport because and I didn't even know why. Like it just like came upon me and I was like having a breakdown a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I was like, why am I doing this? Like, why am I doing this by myself? But like after I got on the plane, I was just like really excited. And then when I got there, like some of the activities I did, I was like, oh, it would be nice if I had someone with me to like laugh at this thing with or whatever.
Yeah.
But overall, I was like, I would walk around the city and be like, damn, like this is so nice that I'm all by myself and not concerned with like anybody else's agenda or like, like
it's your own
time.
agenda.
Yeah. And it was really empowering. So I would recommend definitely doing a little short
solo travel
solo travel before you do anything big. Because like I wanted to go to like Central and South America as a solo traveler, but I figured like I should do a smaller one first just in case I like hate it. I'm like, I can't do this by myself. There's no way I'm going that far.
Yeah.
But I actually liked it. So, and obviously it's going to be a different experience because like Toronto is a city, and city traveling is different than like nature traveling, if that makes sense.
100%.
Yeah.
And it's in my own country, so I didn't like feel really out of place.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it'll definitely be different, but I think I can do it.
Yeah. I believe in you.
Elsa, are you thinking of solo traveling at any point?
Ooh. Well, 2025, I'm probably going to go travel with my family to visit like my grandma because I haven't seen her in like a long time.
Yeah.
So that's probably something for 2025 to reconnect with family relatives. Probably go with the flow too.
Yeah.
And be more relaxed. Cause like same like school.
Yeah.
It's always school, but like no time to like really go travel, really to go explore. So yeah, just gonna go with the flow.
Yeah.
See.
I think that's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've said that I'm cautiously going with the flow.
Yes.
That's my, that's my new motto. I'm cautiously going with the flow.
Yeah. I think that's a good way of putting it.
Yeah.
I think I'm in the same boat. And it's really interesting how, like, as you said, I feel like everyone's kind of in this weird phase, or like things are changing in everyone's lives in different ways.
Yeah.
Like so many people I know are going through breakups, and I didn't realize it until I was going through one myself. And yeah, it's just really interesting. I feel like this year is the year for like people to be empowered in and of themselves. Yeah. It's a year of peace.
Yeah. It's also nice to know that like if you think that if everyone's going through it right now that you know, that means that everyone older than you has also been through it and they've made it through, which is very reassuring.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
I think I've come to terms with being aware that you're in the trenches, if that makes sense.
Being like uncomfortable, like in discomfort.
Like, and just like sitting with it. Like I've been really bad in my life with like sitting in like bad emotions. Like I've always just like distracted myself if something else is going on, and like just not like felt it, if that makes sense. But I've realized that like you need to just like sit and like be upset and be uncomfortable and be scared and be lost and whatever, and then you're gonna feel better right afterwards.
100%.
It's better to feel it at the moment, just let it all out, then keep it in.
I didn't realize that like I needed to break down a little bit.
I started crashing out so hard I started journaling.
That's good.
I literally was like crashing out so hard I was like, I need to buy a journal. Start writing my feelings down, because I can't just keep it in. It freaks me out. I was thinking about doing that too, and then I guess I never did, but like I definitely crashed out on like friends. You know. Definitely.
But it's like it's a good thing.
100%. Talk about your feelings.
Yes.
Definitely. Well, do you guys have anything else to say about New Year's things?
No. Just cautiously go with the flow.
Cautiously go with the flow. Just be reassured that like things are gonna be good. You know? It's okay if you're in the trenches.
2025 will be good.
2025 is our year.
It's our year.
Okay, love you, Pits. Till next time.
Bye.
Wait, I didn't say any of our social things. Follow us on our social media. Our Instagram is @CMNSU. Actually, we're going to be promoting our upcoming event, Industries in Motion, soon. So stay tuned for that. Also, check out our website. It's just cmnsu.com. We have lots of information on Industries in Motion as well, and other events, and just about us if you want to like learn about our team. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.